feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Y'all want to hear some real shit? Y'all want to hear some real shit? This is why y'all harass me to stream. I got it. I got everything for y'all. You feel me? This is what I heard. Check this out. Check this out. So once again, which I think Elliot, I ain't gonna lie to you. Elliot was I love you, brother, but I think you were trolling or your sources were trolling. I think I just made that up. There's no sort, because if I was you, like, that was an embarrassing look. I would have blasted that source. Get the fuck out of here. Don't ever tell me that Drake and Future got on the phone if they didn't get on the phone, which they didn't. The mere fact that Elliot just kind of like played it off cool, I think either, I won't accuse him of doing it, but like, I think he knew his source ain't on shit. Anyway, so Drake and Future ain't get on the phone. Do you want to hear the real tea I'm hearing? This is the real tea. This is why y'all all come here. The real tea is not Drake and Future get on the phone. Is who Future is associated with. I allegedly have heard. You want to hear what happened? This is what I'm hearing. They said, once again, the OVO XO, which I told y'all from the beginning, a lot of this shit was set in motion because XO. While everybody was looking at, like, Metro was like, Future and Metro are with XO. So here's the thing. So XO apparently and Drake, they've gotten on a slightly better terms. They've had conversations. That's what I've heard. So this is how everything is broke down. So Elliot, tell your sources tapping with me. I got the sources, okay? You know what I mean? I always say we don't talk to second in command. We talk to the guy. You get what I'm saying? Put it like this: there's only 4 people in this situation I could have talked to. Anyway, here's the thing. For that other thing. Anyway, here's this new information. So they said Drake and XO. Now, let me give you a little bit of context. The way how this XO and OVO shit works is that a lot of the guys, we're not talking about Drake and Weeknd. I know when you think about XO and OVO, you just think about Drake and Weeknd. You gotta look at the lower level guys. The guys who are street niggas, they're both in Toronto. They share a lot of guys who are like, you know what I mean? These are real dudes. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they're loyal, but it's like, these guys are also, they kind of intermingle, right? So like, you know, I think I ever went back to that song War when it came to when Drake was addressing it. And by the way, here's the thing about this OVO XO shit. Like, it's been cool and not cool like 3 or 4 times. So like, they've patched it up, not been cool. Patch it up, not been, like, mad times. So what allegedly, you know, people have told me, and again, I'm going to give you a little bit on the sources who tell me. They tell me, they're like, yo, and this is how I kind of got the info. They say, yo, some of the OVO dudes, they're around some of the dudes in XO these days. They've seen them in clubs. Again, no one you would know. But for the people who knows OVO and knows XO, they'll know the players. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's no way they're beefing when we see these two guys. They were in the club this weekend, or they were at this spot, like around each other. Like, how are these two guys beefing? Then we hear, or I eventually hear, that apparently Drake and I'm gonna just say XO. I'm not gonna name any particular person or people, but the XO situation is, you know, so, you know, managing. I mean, you know, I don't want to make no declaration like, oh, they're best friends again. It's like managing, right? Now, what does that mean? Without XO really going at Drake, all that Future shit goes out the window. Like Future, even Metro to a certain extent. Why? Because they kind of fall under that. They're all like, you know, like XO kind of like manages them niggas. You get what I'm saying? I've always told y'all, XO was the, like, in my belief, XO was the entity that set a few things in play. And by the way, I've also further heard that even with Drake and Future, even though they haven't spoke, it's not that, it was never that deep. I heard that allegedly. Now I don't know if this is true. This is one I'm like, yo, if this ain't true, shit, I'm skeptical of it too. They saying Future claim he ain't know that Kendrick was gonna diss Drake on motherfucking like that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, chat. I don't know if that was true. But that's what supposedly is the thought. That is the thought, or that is the explanation that is kind of trickled down. Again, they still haven't spoke. But that's the explanation, which, you know, maybe that goes towards eventually something happening. It feels like de-escalation happening a little bit, right? Which I think Drake's just smart as fuck. You can't go against Atlanta. Never. Like, he fucks with Houston. Houston and Atlanta, you can't go against both of those. Okay, he got Houston. Atlanta now. When everybody's trying to make, like, this whole, Metro in his feeling for some whatever shit. But Future, when people are trying to act like, oh, well, you know, Future's like the president of motherfucking Atlanta, right? Can't have him going against Drake, right? Thug comes in, all right, bet. Thug gets out, all right, bet. Make sure me and Thug good? Good. And then, you know, the XO conversations happen that then, you know, is going to trickle down to eventually, hopefully, Future and Drake eventually at some point, you know, probably piecing it up. And that's how I'm thinking. So that's coming from me now. So I'm hoping that, you know, they get on the phone, whatever. But I guess anything you're trying to pull from this is that there is some de-escalation, right? Conversations with Drake, XO, heard some conversations happen. Have a little bit more on that, but I'll leave it there for now. I'll leave it there for now, man. So, if you see, and by the way, that doesn't mean that Drake and Weeknd are going to be like saying, oh, I love this guy now. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you have two crews that shares people that are on a street level, whatever, that are very close. And, yeah. Other than that, there's one more thing I'm trying to confirm. So I won't, I feel like I gave you a lot so far. There's one more thing I'm trying to confirm. I heard a West Coast rapper pushed up on somebody in relation to said thing. Won't say who, obviously none of the main players. And actually, I don't know if you know the individual, but I'm still confirming that. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. That one, it sounded like, I was like, all right, I got to go confirm a few things first. Somebody say gossiping. I think y'all should know by now. When I told you that Cardi was texting Stephon Diggs, you ever heard nobody say, nah, he lying? When I told you, this is the funny thing about it. I be dying for somebody to say, Ak is lying. I be dying. Like, nigga, I be just sitting here like, yo, please call me out. Tell me I'm lying. Like, nigga, because it's hard for me to hold my tongue. Pause. So when I say some shit, you know, I'll leave it at that. All right. Okay. So, wait. What was I doing with that? Oh, I went into the Thug thing. Yeah. Yo, Drake gave Thug $1 million. That's what they saying, bro. Again, this is not confirmed by Drake. And by the way, like, I would feel like a hoe kind of asking him that, like, yo, bro, did you give Thug $1 million? So I didn't ask Drake. But this is word on the streets. This is word, well, really word in the industry. Somebody say, why? You got love for Thug. Remember he said he couldn't sleep till Thug get out of, Fulton County or whatever it was, Cobb County, whatever. Didn't he say that? That was a lyric. He said, I can't sleep. Drake at night while Thug is in Cobb Correctional. What the fuck? On the song, it's up. Drake, it's up. Yeah. He says some shit about Thug and Cobb, right? Look, he said, I can't sleep at night with Thug at Cobb County Corrections. Now, keep in mind, and let's be very clear. Drake really be fucking with people. And like, when I mean fucking with people, like, when he rocks with you, Like, should I heard a story from, I think he said it publicly. Did he ever say publicly? Like, I remember Kodak was like mad at him for something. And he said Drake just sent him like $500,000 in Bitcoin. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, see, Drake is a guy who just, when you up $1 billion in this bitch, bro, it sounds crazy to y'all. Niggas up $1 billion. I think, what's the name had said that I didn't reveal that, right? I'm pretty sure Kodak had told y'all that he got $500,000 from Drake, right? Anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm hearing. We'll see if it's true. Okay. Somebody say, you're mad at Drake? Why are you mad at Drake? I think Drake is being super strategic, and I like it. You can't go against Atlanta. So what you have to do, you have to play Atlanta very differently. Again, your issue with Kendrick, you need to make it a one-off, right? I also have an advice for Drake. I think Drake has to, he has to start making it obvious that he's not beefing with the West, because some people are taking it out of context. Like, I was listening to Whack 100, and he was talking about this moment right here.